Hello everybody, it's Robert. It's Monday afternoon and I have completed my reading of your Step 4 submissions. So thank you. Thank you for getting them all done on time, and thank you for making them readable and interesting. There are a couple of things that I found in common that are reflected on notes back to some of you, but I wanted to bring them to your attention. There's a disconnect in Step 4 between the prompts and one element of the rubric. And sometimes we tend to write answers to the question that is asked without always sticking closely to the rubric. And so one of the areas where I discovered that was the rubric asks for asks for you to talk about institutional and structural factors. Those factors, remember, you learned from your qualitative data gathering. So it is useful to talk about or to remind your reader that those institutional and structural factors were identified through your qualitative data gathering. They really don't come up from the quantitative data gathering, because the quantitative data gathering is just the view from 30,000 feet. It's numbers. It's not unimportant, but it gives you a place to start to look, to kind of take that lens, if you will, that magnifying glass, and apply it to the issue. And you apply that lens by talking to people, by conducting interviews, by conducting surveys, by doing whatever it was that you did in that process. And so I would suggest that if you go back and look at number 4 and ask yourself the question, did I name or talk about specifically the institutional and structural factors that I uncovered as a result of my qualitative data work? Okay. Second issue is the second point of level 3 of the rubric, in which you describe the ways you as the candidate sought stakeholder feedback and how that feedback on proposed strategies impacted your work, or impacted or caused you to alter them. Some of you did that, some of you did not. Now, I realize that in a prior section of Cycle 1, you did talk about that. But I want you to specify it again in this cycle, in Step 4 of the cycle. Just about everybody has space. We only had, I think, one candidate that actually used 5 pages. So go back and take a look at that. Again, here's a case where I think there's a little bit of a mismatch between the prompts and the rubric, and it really is important to take a look at the rubric, and with a slightly self-critical eye. All right, this is clearly the easiest of the 4 sections to write, but I don't think intentionally, but nonetheless it has the effect of becoming more difficult because the state's rubric doesn't quite match its questions sometimes. So go back and look at those. The last piece of advice I would give you is to take another look at the peer feedback that was offered to you by your peers just a couple of days ago. I could tell that in some instances, some of you hadn't digested all of that yet. There were some individuals who submitted to me a draft that appeared to be almost the same as what they had submitted to their peers, and so they just hadn't had a chance to take that feedback into account. And I get it, but having said that, now's a good time to go back and take that feedback into account. So I'll see you online Wednesday night. Reminder that your final assignment for the course, besides meeting with me, is to actually submit your final Cal APA this week, and submit to me through the assignment link evidence of your submission. Okay, so use these next couple of days to finish everything up, and I know it's going to go great. Thanks for watching my video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.